We know how to talk. We do this all the time. All right, go ahead. You can go.
All right, so we here. It's our first episode of the Lifted Blacks podcast. I'm Sid.
I'm Corey.
So I guess this will just be like more so of an intro video, just to kind of fill you guys in on like what we plan on doing. So we're two photographers, aspiring photographers. What would you?
We both have full-time jobs, but we also do photography. So it's like our side hustle.
Right.
So we're trying to build a business, and this is part of that business is trying to make like a photography company.
Yeah.
That's more than just photography. We want to do podcasts and this YouTube channel and
More like multimedia
yeah.
type of thing.
Yeah.
But the podcast will be based around photography, just to keep us grounded to something, basically.
Yeah. So we're just going to link up every week, hopefully.
That's the plan.
Well, we link up every week anyway, but
Yeah.
we're going to record our link ups and talk about photography and how we're planning on building our business and how that's going. You guys stop looking at me in my eyes. It gets weird.
What do you want me to do?
Oh, no, we too close.
I'm looking at you in your eyes for 2 seconds.
I know. All right, we're just going to keep going. Just keep going.
All
right. So I don't think we should talk. I guess like let's talk about how we got into it. So like, how do you get into photography?
Okay.
What's your stats? Why should people care about what you have to say?
So I've been into photography. I would say my whole life, really. I've always liked taking pictures. My dad always had like film cameras when I was a kid. I would pick up disposable cameras and just use up all the film, just taking pictures of anything. And in high school, I actually took a film photography class. And that was pretty difficult. I would say just trying
I never took it.
Really?
I wanted to take photos. I never got into it.
Yeah. It was like trying to get time in the dark room, and it was like, it's 25 people all trying to use the dark room at the same time and everything.
We would hang out in there and play like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, I didn't play it. It was like the nerd room, so we played like Magic the Gathering and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I never played those games.
Yeah, it'd be too cool for us.
But so I took that class in like 10th grade, and then I never really picked the camera up again. And then like as I guess iPhone cameras got better, I would always get the new iPhone just because the camera was better.
Yeah.
So like I would just be, especially like at work, I'm always just like taking pictures of people. Like anytime we have like any kind of gathering, I'm just taking the pictures of people eating, just like whatever.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to get a camera, and then, given the price, either I was talking myself out of it or my friends or family was talking me out of it. And one day I just decided like I'm gonna get a camera, and that's when I really fell in love when I bought my A7 II, the Sony.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, I had no credentials. I got my first Canon, like DSLR, I think the year after we graduated. It's like 2011.
Mm-hmm.
And I had it.
I remember that.
And I never took it too seriously. I like shooting video, and I was trying to shoot like little music videos and stuff. But I guess like at the time it was expensive. Like now I have a full-time job and stuff, so it was like, but back then
paywall serious.
Yeah, you like 19 trying to buy like nigga, it took me $500, I think like 560, something like that.
Yeah.
For like my first little camera. And then I saw the lenses, and it was just like $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. You load up YouTube, all of the YouTubers got the best lenses. So I'm just like, you know what? Let me just put this back in my drawer.
Yeah.
And then now I guess like you said, like once you got into it, it kind of like rekindled it in me, because I was like, oh yeah, like we can't afford stuff now. And
it was just dangerous.
Yeah, which is even worse. So I'm like, as we, got our jobs and we're able to do it. Now it's like we can come back to it, and it's like this is something I like doing.
Yeah.
So now we're just trying to do music videos. I think I'm a little bit more into the video than actual photography, but I like taking wholesome. I feel like I lean into like my wholesome side with photography. Like I
Family.
like, yeah, I'm really into just like families and little cute little puppies.
Yeah.
I really enjoy, like my Bob Ross. Trying to be the Bob Ross of photography.
Gotta grow your hair out some more.
Yeah, gotta grow back out.
Yeah. It's like.
Yeah, word.
We can cut all this, I guess.
Word. No, you cut it. But I mean, I guess like going from here, it's just like, so yeah, we got into it, and now we're just trying to start like a YouTube channel, and obviously we're inspired by like people like Peter McKinnon, obviously.
Yeah, YC.
Yeah, YC Imaging. Who else? Daniel Sheffer.
Yeah,
he's super dope. He's probably one of my favorite.
Crazy.
Who else? We got
There's a lot of people. Manny Ortiz. I watch a lot of his videos.
Yeah.
Especially him being primarily a Sony user. He helped me a lot. Like in the past year.
I haven't watched a ton of his videos.
Yeah,
the person I watch the most is Daniel.
Okay, but you more so like watching video.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Though.
Yeah,
so,
I'm more so doing like portrait shooters and stuff.
Yeah.
So but I mean.
I'm trying to get like banging B-roll footage and all that kind of mess he be writing.
Yeah.
Banging hitters, slappers.
Yeah, his handheld stuff is crazy,
nuts.
man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess this podcast will be from the perspective of two videographers on the journey. Like, we're not there yet.
Yeah, like we're definitely not experts, but I feel like we've been like knee deep in it for like a year or so.
Yeah.
And I have experience, like I've been shooting for a long time. Like even though like I got into, I guess this year is like I've done shoots for like some of the music industry people I've worked with.
Yeah.
And like we both have like an eye for design and stuff. Like I'm a graphic designer and stuff, and like we are like involved creatively. So I don't think we started from like ground zero.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely knew what I wanted to do with it. I wasn't just getting it, like coming into it blind. Like I feel like
you held cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
We weren't starting from nothing.
Yeah,
but
and like anytime anybody had a camera, like I'm like, can I see that?
Yeah.
Just as a kid, like my sister had a camera, she would never let me use it for whatever reason. But I was always trying to sneak and use her camera. I'm taking pictures of flowers, anything around the house, like just her, whatever. And I think like given all that, that's what made me decide, like, you know what, like I really want to do this. Like, forget what everybody else is saying.
You've enjoyed it more.
Man, it really has changed my life, man. Like I'm like so much happier, especially like shooting, like while I'm shooting and like editing. Like editing is fun to me.
We gonna do some editing videos. Yeah, to see how set edits.
Like. For real, like I go into like this zone where I can sit for hours and just edit photos. Like,
let me just get this one last pimple.
Yeah. Like my turnaround time is super fast because like I'll be shooting and I'm like, man, I can't wait to get home just to edit these. Like, and I'll go through 300 or 400 photos in a night. I'll stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning just editing, just because I love it.
It's almost 10 minutes. When can we get an ad? I think we can get ads on 10
this
videos.
This video is brought to you by Squarespace.
Yeah, right. But yeah, like you were saying, it's kind of like a meta journey. So like as we're building our photography business, as we're learning, we'll kind of like share as we go. Yeah,
it's kind of like just documenting the journey and the experiences we're having.
Like I just had my first page shoot on Friday, and we've been shooting for like a year.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I've been doing like videography for Journey for like a month.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 months now. So it's just like we went on this long, just like watching every video on YouTube, getting our game up, and now we're just now starting to like. Well, I mean, you've been making money from your church, but like we're kind of just like hitting our stride.
Yeah.
Like starting to like get booked pretty consistently. Yeah. And, upcoming stuff.
Right.
So, I mean, it's also holiday season, so that's probably helping a lot. But we're going into next year strong.
Booking a lot of cancellations.
Right.
So
collecting
it's just
these deposits.
Yeah, it's like stuff like that. Just
the business side.
Yeah, just like
that's kind of how I feel like we got the photography side pretty down.
Yeah, it's the marketing and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Getting our names out there and how to build a portfolio. Like what kind of images should I put in my portfolio and stuff like that.
Oh, we forgot to mention Frono's photo.
Oh yeah, Jared Poland. That's my guy.
But yeah. So,
well, what kind of shoots have you been doing lately?
Like I said, I like the super wholesome family shoots and couples, and I'm just, for whatever reason, I'm like into it. I know a lot of people are like super into like artsy downtown light shoots, and I'm just like, I just want to capture like cuteness for whatever reason. It don't make no sense. Like that's what I like. I'm into it. So like a lot of the stuff I have is like centered around like that kind of like outside portraits. So I just got the sunscreen. That's like a 5 foot diffuser. Yeah. The 85 millimeter. I want the 135. I was thinking about getting your 70-200. I was still thinking about that earlier from that video Peter dropped earlier today. I was like, dang.
Yeah. It's heavy.
And it's all just kind of centered around like portrait photography. I think I have the 35 mil for videos that I typically use, like I'm gonna do like a music video or something. But
the Sigma.
Yeah, I know. I should say that. Yeah. So like, the Sigma 35 millimeter 1.4.
Yeah,
I think it is. And what else do we have? Mics, lights. Like we've been kind of collecting for like a year. We both got a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, we got ridiculous. more than what we need. Like he said, the 70-200 that I got, and I used it for maybe a month, and then I got the 135, the G Master, and fell in love with that lens, and I'm like, that's what I use for events. Yeah, pretty much. Like if I need any kind of distance, I'm using a 135. If I need a little bit more, I'll throw it in crop mode. Get to 200. Like that's really all I need.
Yeah. So you're more so like shooting events. Like I know you shoot the church, but what do you like to shoot? Like if you could spend your time.
What I like most is portraits. Like almost
You've done a couple of those cool artsy.
Yeah, shoots. Like almost like fashion shoots. Like where we're kind of like.
Outfit change.
I'm using strobes and like all that kind of stuff. Golden hour shooting. Just chasing the light basically. But that's what I like. I like to do the most. But the events is what allows me to shoot the things I want to shoot. That may not necessarily make money, but or make a lot of money, but allows me to have that freedom of creative control, basically. So I do a lot of like birthday parties and like I shoot at a church.
I mean, that's who's paying. Like a lot of the people, like, I mean, we're surrounded by like a lot of musicians and stuff, and they don't have the money. So that's I think that's kind of why I like the couples is like it's two people paying. So like it's a lot more like, I mean, the couples of half shots
and they like friends, and they value it more.
Yeah, it's not just like, oh, let me just you just one of many photographers I'm gonna get a free shoot from.
Yeah.
This is like I'm capturing somebody's engagement.
Yeah.
Or which I did this year. Like a lot of the free shoots I guess have been just like for friends. So like I've captured like people's baby showers. Like it's important moments and memories for people.
Yeah. And those are like I said, the value from that is like these people are getting those pictures like printed and they're hanging them up in their house and stuff, so it's not just
let me throw up an IG flick.
Yeah. And I can get anybody to
put
do
a filter on it.
Yeah. And not anybody can do it. And once people see your photos and they like your style, they're more willing to pay for it.
Yeah. And it's kind of crazy. Like you kind of learn. I guess I kind of learned that from freelancing. Like, and I tell you before, like you get the work that you do.
Yeah.
So it's like if you keep doing free work, you're gonna keep
people gonna refer you as the free work guy.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of funny. It's like you get that one paid shoot, and now it seems like you get more shoots.
Yeah.
And it's like you pushing a car. Like it just gets easier as you go.
Yeah, like, oh, you mean like how if you push your own car, then people will come help?
Nah,
like that sort of thing.
Like once you're pushing the car, like
the momentum.
The momentum, like the inertia of it, like you just keep going.
Yeah.
But that's a real thing too. Like once people see you taking your business seriously.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're gonna take it more seriously.
Cause like, I don't know, it's weird. Like the people closest to you, like your family and friends, I feel like don't really take you serious.
Oh no.
The people I've been paid from people I barely know, at all. Like. Yeah. The guy from Journey, I just emailed him. Yeah. The church. I'm like, I just emailed him. Hey, he's like, oh yeah, you shoot. Yeah, come on. Yeah, you wanna make some money?
Yeah,
yeah, I do.
Nah, it literally happens like that. And then getting connected with the right people. Like I've been fortunate enough to get like connected with a photographer that I've been able to like learn from, and he basically just puts me on all the time. Like even at the church that I work at, like he put me on there. When he doesn't, like when he has shoots that he can't do, like he'll call me all the time. Like, so I get a lot of work from him, and I'm always like willing to show him love. Like if he needs me to do something for free, I'll do it. Like because it's like I made so much money.
Well, he invested in you.
Yeah,
he took a gamble on you.
Yeah,
so it kind of like you feel like you. Now I don't want to say you own.
Yeah,
it's like, it's the least
I'm gonna show love. Like I'm gonna show love.
It's appreciation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's been a major help. But I always say this, like you have to be ready for the opportunity. So like when he hit me up, like I was ready. I was ready to do, what he needed me to do. Like I showed up on time
and be dope.
Yeah. And the work was I practiced so much. And when I had first started working with him, I had only been shooting for like 4 or 5 months.
That's what's crazy, man. I'm still amazed by that. Like, I mean, I've always considered you like a smart person, but it's funny. It's just like, I feel like you just like absorbed it. I'm just like, this nigga's crazy. Like, I don't get it. Like, even now, it's just like, how do you? Oh yeah, you set the aperture to like how people be making fun of me with computers.
Yeah.
You set the aperture to 1.4. So I'm like, that's been tight.
Yeah,
it's like you got ramped up, but that's how you know you love it. Where like you willing to stay up just reading about it.
Man, dude, I go in.
Yeah.
Like when I want to figure something out or learn something, like I watch every video. Like I'm
like obsessed with it.
Yeah, like
which is cool.
I'm constantly buying gear, testing it out,
sending it back.
Maybe. I've probably had 25 lenses in the last
Amazon.
Right in the last like year and a half.
I think that's a big reason why it's like you get hands-on stuff, like hands-on experience with a lot of stuff. So
and I'm always shooting, and like my friends and family find me super annoying all the time because I'm like everywhere we go, I'm bringing my camera. Every time we have a gathering, like we just had like our cousins had a Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, we didn't mention that we're cousins.
Oh yeah, we're cousins. Yeah, first cousins.
Love you, bud.
Shut up. So and I'm like I got my speed light, just putting it up on the molding in the corner, bouncing flash, extremely and everybody's getting mad at me. But I feel like the photos, like they came out really nice.
They wasn't regular family pictures.
Yeah, but it's like you look at them and it's like, wow, this is different.
This lighting is beautiful.
And I'm just from stuff I learned, just watching YouTube videos, honestly, and I feel like that
Godox, like
I feel like that kind of stuff it can be annoying, but it also gives you work. Like
something to put in your portfolio, and like I feel like it solidifies like your family's like view, because they might see it's like, oh yeah, Sad's doing this little thing, or Corey's doing this little thing.
Yeah, like if I do all that and then the pictures are trash, it's like. Yeah. Then you're just always annoying.
Yeah.
But then at the next family gathering, they might start posing for me.
Yeah.
Not being so reluctant and not looking at it like, oh, he's being annoying.
Yeah. It's like you ain't just doing your little thing.
Yeah.
It's like when you first start like freelancing, everybody looking at you crazy, and it's just TB at home like that first check. Like I remember when I was doing websites and stuff, like who was I with? I was at, I think Interscope. And because I entered Interscope and I was like running back and forth to like Santa Monica.
Yeah.
My dad, you doing all this free work for them? You just slaving for the white man. This and that. I was like, nah. Then I got a website job from somebody that works at like their site work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, came home, laid the check, like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, see,
it's
real.
It's
you ain't just wasting time on a computer. So I feel like when you finally start getting money or whatever, and like, are you really good? Because I think, especially with cameras, like it's such like a, I don't want to say easy to get into, but like everybody feels like they can just shoot on their camera. It's a very it seems approachable.
It's that whole thing where it's like, oh, you have a really good camera.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, but I mean I tell people, like the people that are close to me, I guess, like that's kind of when I hear people say that, I'm like, that's kind of disrespectful in a way.
It's like a backhanded compliment.
Yeah, because it's like, well, you don't, but it's not that they're trying to be disrespectful. It's just that they don't recognize your eye for, what.
Yeah, like the lighting, the composition. Like, even just like the technical know-how of it.
Yeah.
It's just like, don't dismiss that part.
Yeah, because
I'm not just putting this in auto.
Yeah, exactly.
We shoot manual.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's like, this is a really good camera. Like you're right, but also if I handed it to you, you wouldn't know what to do with it.
Right, and I could shoot with your iPhone better than you can.
Exactly.
Because like that definitely can have like, oh, I didn't even know you could change this, or like, why does this look different? It's like, it's not just because you can get really good pictures with the iPhone, but that's why when you see those billboards and it says like shot with iPhone, it's kind of deceiving because it's just like this
is somebody who really knows.
A photographer shot this. With iPhone.
Yeah, exactly.
Shot with iPhone.
Exactly.
Like,
and it goes back to that whole thing. Like, can you get a good shot with any camera? And it's like, you can. Of course.
I've seen photographers be cold with a disposable camera on Instagram.
Yeah, and it's just like,
which is crazy.
However, that's super wild.
Yeah,
but to me, like all a good camera does is allow you to, get more from what is given to you.
Like be more efficient.
Yeah. So like,
it's extra sharp. It's extra crisp.
Yeah, and it's like having a camera with high dynamic range is like, okay, it's dark outside, we can make it work.
Yeah.
Or it's super light outside, we can make it work.
Yeah.
Being able to pull down the highlights.
Yeah, that's when that technical know-how comes in.
And lift the blacks.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff, like just having detail to work with, helps you deliver better photos.
Yeah.
So
I think people discount that too. Like that's a lot of what it is. Like what makes a good photographer, I guess, good, at least from our limited knowledge.
Right.
It's just like you're able, like when stuff goes wrong, it's like you're a problem solver. Exactly. And that's kind of just like if you're at a wedding and
that's a really good
something goes wrong, then it's like I know what to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. I know an alternative.
Walking into a room and you look at the lights and it's like, oh, this light is orange.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my flashes are white. Like most people wouldn't recognize that problem. Like I had that problem at on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I was at my sister's house and she has tungsten lights and I don't have a CTO gel, right?
Right.
So I'm using the flash, I'm bouncing it off the ceiling. My family looks great, but everything behind them is just orange.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then their skin is orange, so I can't.
Oh, also your whole family's like light skin, so they reflected the orange.
Yeah, so I can't bring down desaturate the orange because then that's gonna desaturate their skin.
Yeah.
So I just had to leave it.
Yeah, that's tricky.
But I mean, most people are gonna be like, "Oh, these are nice," but I'm looking at it like,
you recognize it.
Oh, this is orange. The whole room is behind him is orange.
Yeah.
So it's just like knowing stuff like that, like knowing oh, you gotta put a gel on there.
Yeah.
And knowing if you're outside, never shoot direct flash at somebody.
It's like that kind of stuff. Like whenever we try to shoot, like at Easter, I was shooting my family.
Yeah.
And they trying to face the sun.
Exactly.
And it's like little stuff like that is just like, nah, like turn around. I have my flash. I have my lighting set up. But aren't we supposed to? Look, like, trust me.
Yeah. Even
send the pictures out to everybody. Wow, how'd you get that?
Exactly. Even like when you don't have a flash. Yeah. It's always better. At least in my experience, it's always better to shoot backlit. Yeah. Cause then you don't have everybody looking all squinty and
which is another part of the being a photographer.
And I'll just blow the conditions. I'll blow the sky out before I have y'all sitting there squinting. Yeah, like
that's whack.
You know, I'd rather
be happy, smiling all over here.
Yeah. I'd rather the people in the shot look good than than just we just have a blue sky. Yeah, like it's white, whatever. Nobody's gonna notice that. They're looking at y'all.
So look, it's artistic choice.
Yeah, or I'll underexpose the people and lift the blacks. Yeah, and I will lift the shadows in that case. But so yeah, this is that whole sort of thing. But people, your average person is not gonna know what all goes into.
And I think that's like a high level of a lot of art. Like, I wish I could remember who said it, but one of the best quotes I ever heard for when I was like drawing is like, in like painting, it's like knowing, it's like good art is knowing which mistakes to keep. Exactly. Like a good artist knows which mistakes to keep. Yeah. Stuff like that. Where it's just like,
and when to stop.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just like problem solving, making mistakes, know how to fix those mistakes or not fix those mistakes.
Yeah. Like sun flares. Some people look at sun flares like, oh, this lens is crappy or whatever, but you can use that. Yeah.
To create it like a look.
Yeah. So it's just all about like positioning and just knowing what coming into a shoot, knowing what you want to get out of it. Yeah. And how to and the best way to approach.
Let alone like managing like client like.
That's a
managing
whole
client expectations. Like we definitely need to do episodes on like that because that's something I've been encountering a lot.
Yeah.
Like my whole thing, even like with like the website freelance, is just like managing expectations.
Yeah.
People just go crazy, and it's just like, dang, I guess I sucked at this before.
What you mean?
Like even if you can do something like, I know I said I'll get this done today, but this came up, I can't get this done. I'll get it to you tomorrow. Oh, no problem, thanks. Rather than just sending it to them tomorrow. Which I probably would normally do.
Yo, okay. Yeah,
You know what I mean? And, like, I've had people referring me more. I'm just like, dang, I guess I've been sucking at this for, like, the last 3 years, But trying to get more business-minded and, like, just managing expectations and, like, when you go on the shoot, like, making sure they're happy and comfortable. Yeah. They know what they're getting before the shoot. Like, you can get 20 pictures for the hour. Yeah. For this rate.
Yeah, and then under promising and over deliver. Like I'll tell you, I'll give you 30 pictures. I'll send you 35.
Yeah, and that's something you hear all the time. But I think lately, like you really realize like how big of an impact something like that can have.
Yeah, yeah.
So we had like 28 minutes.
Yeah. So. All right, so we're gonna end it right here. This has been the Lifted Blacks podcast. Stay tuned for our next episode, which will be coming out next week.
Yeah, and if you have any feedback, just shoot an email to hello@liftedblacks.com. And we love to hear from you. We really trying to like interact with other people that are also getting started and really grow something. So.
Yeah, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you like, or hit the dislike button, whatever.
If you're listening on podcasts, leave a review.
Yeah, all that.
It's a
5-star. Whatever.
It's a multimedia experience.
Yeah.
So do it all.
Yeah.
All right.
Peace.